Hello everybody. The MH-9M-MRD is really MH3709M-MRO Can You Tell video. I had to take it down. And as you see up here, I'm showing you screenshots. You might want to watch it again because I didn't explain it. If you look over to the right, you don't see any green. You see me clicking on the video. It says service error. Over to the far right, over where your page views are, is where your analytics is. It turned all my analytics off. I am going to make this video to see if I can still do it or if it was just a glitch. When I turn this off, as you'll see here in just a minute, when I deleted the video, as you see it's gone right now, as you see it's gone, you see everything turn green, but the video is no longer there. Watch this clip and listen to the rest of it as it goes along, okay? Much love. Y'all have a great day. And make up your own mind people. There's going to be a short 4 or 5 minute video right here. You watch, make up your own mind. This particular engine that you've seen and you've seen in the past by some other people, this is not, repeat, a 777 engine. Okay, that is, and you're fixing to see the 3D imaging of it done on AutoCAD. Okay, much love. Good morning, everyone. How are y'all? Hope everybody's doing great. I really do. I made a video last night, and as you see in the title up here, I'm not sure what this means. And I'm going to show you why I don't understand. This is the D plane, and I'm going to go with D and O so you understand, but you see MH17 is the D, okay? MH370 is the O, okay? Now, I'm going to show you some things. Now, I made a video retracting what I said, and I still, in termination, because I was a little quick to conclude this proceeding on the fact of this particular video. Now, I emailed this guy yesterday, 12 hours ago anyway, and to see when this video was made. Now, what I have found throughout all of this is that this plane has been changed multiple times. There's one time this plane, this is the O, but one time this plane had a 50 on the back, and that flag was up here on this plane as well, and that window was open. Now, they modified the inside of some sort, and they blocked off that hole because there's no seats there no more, okay? But as I'm showing you, these photos that you've seen of the blue plane just recently come out, okay? And as you see, it's RD. And I thought that the whole story was screwed. But come to find out, or what I am to see, is this was the first original color of the plane. I'm pretty sure. I can't even prove that because none of them have a date. This one is a photo that's showing you the plane come out on the 17th. Okay. This is the 19th. This is where the plane has been modified. And this is the D. I know you can't read it on the plane, but that's what it was. You can blow this photo up and you can see it. Or I did on this page. Okay. Now, did this come before, after? I don't know. All I'm saying is, in this photos that you see right here, this is the O, and the flag's in the right spot. This is the D, which is MH17, and the flag's in the right spot. When both these photos were taken, I don't know. It says 2 days ago. Okay. Are we sure? I don't know. I can't prove it. That's my point. I can't prove to you at 100%. But I can tell you and show you this. This is the seam of the plane. Oh, gotta go up. And this is the seam of the plane. And this is, by the way, this is the O plane, by the way. This is not the D. This is 370, this plane. And you see the seam. You see the blocked off window. You also see the black line. There's the black line. See it? Right there? That's the black line. Coming from the writing, which you can't see the writing no more because that's part of the plane that's broke off. There's one other thing that's confusing on this picture. There's some blue right there. I can't make it out per se. And here again is part of it as well. And as you see, This must be one side, and this has got to be another side of the plane. The reason why I say that is if you see this right here, there's no glass. This one has glass. This one has blue. This one does not have no blue down here. Now, is that two different pieces of the plane? One side and then the other? It would almost have to be. Or let's hope so, because if it's not, but it's awful strange that you got two of the same pieces of plane laying in the same direction with the stripe at the bottom, the stripe at the bottom. That one's got blue. This one don't have blue. That one has the glass in it, and this one doesn't. Folks, that's just something else that I just now noticed. That's weird. That's kind of real weird, actually. And this plain part on the bottom here, underneath the door, right in this area, is more damaged looking than this one. It's got to be one side and the other one's the other side. And let's see, if you took that plane and you broke it off and you put it on one side, yeah, it would reverse. It's the same. I mean, it's two different pieces of the same area of the plane on both sides. But one is one side and one is the other side of the plane. You could take that and reverse it, pull it off one side and put it on the other, is what I'm trying to say. But I got off onto something I shouldn't have got into. It's going to take longer for the video. Sorry. Point of it is when this guy emails me back and tells me when, determines whether or not this is actually true or not. Because if this was actual fact of the day the plane took off, there's no way in hell that we can determine that this is 17. It ain't D17 or MH17, MRD. It can't be, because the flag's in the wrong place. There's a plug in the window, and as you see at the top up here, it can't be. If pay attention, please understand, if this video is recent, like in the last 2 weeks, and as far as this image right here, back to the motors, this, you see how big around this is right here? And you see those 3 people standing right there? You see them? There was actually 4. You see that? 4 people standing just behind the outer rim of that engine. You see that, right? This is more to the size of a 777 engine. The size of the ring. Although this one is buried in the ground, through asphalt, I might add, the whole length of the motor except for the biggest part of the engine. The reason why this photo is on here, this did not come off of the MH17 or MH370 as far as I know. I know it didn't come off of the 17. It may have come off of the 730, I don't know. We don't know where 730 went. So I'm assuming that wouldn't be it either. Point being is, I'm saying that this motor is more to the size. It is buried into the ground from falling out of the sky through asphalt. This one is laying on top of the ground. We have a photo or an video of an explosion that was created from the ground. There is no smoke in the air. There's no chemtrails or contrails coming from a missile, the plane, the burning plane. We should have seen at least some flames coming towards the ground if the plane was hit by anything with any kind of missile, some kind of smoke, some kind of fire. At higher altitudes we might not have seen the smoke, but when it got towards close to the ground, the smoke should have been coming furiously, especially with no contact. My point of it is this, folks. In my opinion, this particular motor, this particular one, is not MH17. I mean a 777 engine. It's too small. This would be more to the fact, but this ain't. That's all I'm saying. This is the rear of the engine. The rear. The back side of the engine. The propeller would be up here. And then there's other photos of this thing where it shows you the front, and it's not big enough either. Now they do have one in here on the back side of the engine. If it's the back, could be the back side of the engine of a 777 engine. Could be. And that's on another web page. You'll have to go look at the photos. The ones where there's a guy standing by the motor. That one could be the back side of a 777 engine. The back end. Broke in half. In other words, broken half right in here. Through the half middle. But this one is not tall enough. And don't pay attention to those people. They're too far away to give you an actual demonstration of how small that is. I'm just going by the actual look of this motor and the deception of where they at and the people of other shots that I got of this same motor, and y'all seen them on the other web page. Took way a lot longer in this video than I intended to, but I want you to understand why I made a determination to make the second video. And this determines if this was done a year ago or a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, well then, and they've modified it since then yes, this is fake. It's not true. It's not it can't be true, because then the flag would look just like this one. So how would you tell? But there is one thing that could be. Okay? There's just one thing that could be. And I hate to even say it, but it's possible. What if all they did was just change the name? All I gotta do is paint. We've seen how many times they've changed the paint color to blue, to red and blue and white and striped. I mean, we've seen the modifications that they've done to the plane, correct? What's to say they didn't change some more? What is it to say that they didn't just crash the plane and give it a new name and retired the MH17 because it was already in retirement? Not to say that that's a fact, because I'm not saying that. Just a possibility to think about. What if? That's a what if. just to get people to think about other things than to think straight out of the mainstream box. We, the people, are smarter than they are. We've got to be. So with that, much love to y'all. Y'all have a good day. And from my cold dead hands, abolish corporate government worldwide for your freedoms, because the New World Order is stealing your freedom around the world and making you a slave and deepening you into slavery more so than they ever have in the whole history of mankind. Have a good day. Go to the links in the below section for updates every day. Abolish corporate government. From my cold dead hands, much love.